My name is Sirrano Keith Baldeo, and I came here to talk to you about Dallas District 10 because I cannot believe that there are 44,000 votes in the minority community, and you keep losing the seat. You keep losing the Dallas District 10 seat. And I cannot believe that you allowed a small group of white folks to control District 10. All the resources, all the money being directed back there to Lake Highlands. I can't believe it. I walk around this district and I see that all my signs are taken down from the polling stations. And that's why I have to speak to you here today. Wherever God puts a platform for me to speak, I gotta speak to you. Because I can do nothing. I can let you go to the polls and then you can look around and you don't see the minority representation. You don't see Sirrano. That's what they want. What are they afraid of? What are they afraid of? That they've got to go take down all my signs at every polling station. They've got to be afraid of something. I know what they're afraid of. They're afraid of you. They're afraid of minorities finally figuring out we have a candidate. We have a representation that is going to open up the doors of City Hall and take all the money and bring it over here to the black and minority community. That is what they're afraid of. They have been in power for 181 years old, through the Confederate days, through the KKK, through the Jim Crow philosophies, through all the discrimination and barring people like me and blacks from voting since 1964. And we have decided that we are not going to follow people that's going to take away our rights. And I can't believe I'm walking around my community and I'm saying we are 44%. 44,000 I should say. And they are only 5,000 white votes. And they were very specific. They did not want a person of color running this district, they said. I am a conservative Christian. My views are supposed to be my views to end discrimination is in line with the Democratic Party. But you see, the Democratic Party in Dallas does not subscribe to that. They do not subscribe to helping minorities break the chains, though they say they are. And then I meet up with Republicans, and my Christian values are in line with Republicans, but yet in Dallas, the head of the Dallas County Republican Party is caught raising money for abortion, raising money for LGBT rights, open borders, gun confiscation. Then this is not a Republican Party we want to follow. But they have two candidates. And one of their candidates is saying that she wants a specific law that is going to say a sexually oriented business license for drag shows for kids. I thought Republicans were against this. Then why are they picking candidates to do that? Why? You know, I get frustrated because as the president of a newspaper for years, for decades, I have told minorities, do not vote for white folks that is not going to give you back anything and keep making empty promises. Do not vote for any one of these council members. This was in Patterson, New Jersey. And you know what they did? They still voted for them. And then they come to me and they say, Sirrano, the opposing party or the new candidates really have nothing. But if you run, we'll vote for you. But we can't vote for the alternative because they're worse than what we have. And this is why I decided to step up. Because I myself could not find any candidates to take off this group of racist people. And it's coming from the head of the Republican Party. And all the followers are fools to believe that they're voting for real Republicans when they're not. Because the two people that they put up there, both went to help support the Confederate monuments. Since when Republicans support racism and white supremacy, that you will take two candidates, one who directly caused us a lawsuit to keep those Confederate white slave monuments? When did we or Republicans do that? Because I'm a conservative. And when did the Democrats, both the Democrat and Republican, decided they were going to fund the councilman after he decided that he was going to fight for the Confederate monuments? This is the racism that we're dealing with. We're still dealing with it. And we have an opportunity We have an opportunity here to change all of this. They have gone to the polls, and I've seen them, mostly all the white communities, for that white group of people in Lake Highlands. And they have been fighting us and fighting us and fighting us, and yet we decided to stay home. I want to show you a picture of Lake Highlands. This is it, 5,000 votes right here. All the 44,000 votes of minority votes are missing. Why? Why are you missing? Why are you not going out to vote? Is it because you do not know me? Is it because you do not know how hard I fought as a minority-owned newspaper in Paterson, New Jersey, against a ruling regime? Tyrants? That I almost went to jail 4 times and they tried to shut my newspaper down, but I did not give up because I knew that the people needed a voice. Minorities needed a voice, and I kept fighting and I kept fighting and I kept fighting. And you know, in the end, I was standing alone. I was standing alone against a regime, and all the people who I keep telling they are taking your money away and not giving it to you, they still won't listen. So if you live in Dallas District 10, let me tell you something. These people want your money. It's your money. It's high time you get it. And I tell you how important this money is. They want, look at Dubai. Dubai took $60 billion and built a beautiful city. You want to tell me the hundred of millions of dollars they're overspending in Dallas, you could not rebuild District 10? What they're doing in District 10 is they're selling out the property. They're giving it to outsiders. $5 million in the minority community, they're flattening it. It's being flattened. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about anything, any kind of resources or equity to bring into Dallas District 10 on this side of town. What they're doing is they're thinking about their own, about themselves. If you are 44%, you are 44% to vote. How does you stay home? How does you let them reign? I'm telling you, we are the silent majority minority. And we must go out and vote. Because you have them constantly say, we do not want a person of color running District 10. This is our time. This is our opportunity. I am the first person that can challenge them and win with your help. And let me tell you something. In this election, it is 6 to 7% of people that will go out and vote. But you must go out and vote against them. They will split the vote 3 ways in the white community. But we had only 500 votes from the 44,000 that is in District 10. And I am asking you, you must go out and vote against them. You cannot stay home in this election. Because I promise you, this is a pivotal moment in Dallas. People are hungry. People are hungry. Every morning I wake up and I go into the city. And I know that in that parking lot, 4 cars, 8 cars, sometimes 10 cars. People have nowhere to go. And they park there and they sleep there. They sleep in their cars. I know there are storage units that people sleep into because they have no help. I'm going to ask you a question. Who do you call? Who do you call when you need help? I had a woman named Tanya Parks call me. She's a Democrat. And she said, I need help. The court system were vicious against her. And I drew a sword and I went to fight with her shoulder to shoulder. So I want to ask you, who are you going to call? When you're at your darkest, deepest, vulnerable moment, who are you going to call? Who are you going to call? There is no one. When I was the president of a newspaper, everyone would call me. And I would ask them, did you call your councilman? Yes, we did. 2 weeks ago. Said he was going to do this, sometimes no answer, even the mayor. And I would use whatever knowledge I have in government, and I have a lot, and in politics, and I have a lot, to help them. And I promise you, when I become the councilman of District 10, I will have an open office in this district that you can come to. You don't have to worry about anyone that you can call anymore. And I know that feeling because I had that feeling myself. There was no one to call. And I needed someone to talk to. I needed help. And I know what it's like to not have anyone there. And that's what my office is going to represent. And I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, because this election This election is a nonpartisan election. Independent. So why are Republicans and Democrats in full force violating our chapter, fighting over this district, fighting over these seats, when it's an abomination to do so? Because there's a lot of money at play and they want it in the Republican and the Democratic Party. Under my administration, everybody will break bread at my table. No one will be fighting. No one will be making accusations. You can keep your personal beliefs, but you will not be fighting. But if any one of my opponents win, guess what's going to happen? They'll keep fighting. It'll be a separation. One saying Democrats supports Democrats only. One saying Republicans will not go to any Democratic events or help them. We don't need that. We do not need that in District 10 right now. We don't. And one of my opponents saying that they are going to push for ordinances, sexual ordinances against our kids. Both the Democrat and the Republican swear to it. That's what they will be doing. They are going to do an ordinance, sexually oriented, for trans kids and drag shows for kids, business license. And I ripped into them for it. We're not going to have a lot of that in our community when I am the councilman here. So I'm asking you to go out and vote. And you know why? You know why? Because we have so much we can do for District 10. It can be an exciting district. We can bring in people to evaluate the entire structure of District 10 and beautify this district. Make it better for everybody. Not let the resources just go to Lake Highlands with all those people who wants to control the entire district like it's the plantation. We're going to have beautiful streets. We're going to have beautiful atmosphere. We're going to have businesses where everybody can enjoy. And we're going to have a security team and a security defense for Dallas District 10 that you don't have to be worried or fearful that when you go to the grocery store, you're going to get killed or robbed. I am in this community. I will be in this community. Everyone will know my face, and they will know if you mess around with somebody in my community, you're going to answer to this councilman. We are going to do great things in District 10, unlike the last 8 years we had. And unlike the same people want to continue to fail the policies of the councilman and they swear to that. We're not going to fail anymore. We're going to succeed. And we're going to live in a brotherhood. We're not going to have Republicans fighting Democrats like they are right now in this election. We're going to break bread together. And we're going to make this a better District 10. And that's why I'm telling you I am the best candidate to do that, because I have the vision, experience, and the government, and the funding. And none of my opponents in debates can tell me anything about the budget because they haven't read it. I know what's going on. And I know that we can do great things together. And that's why I'm asking you to go to the polls and vote place 3, Sirrano. And again, you won't see my signs because they've taken all of it down. They've taken them down because they were afraid. They were afraid of minority rule in District 10. They were afraid that they're going to lose their racist power. They were afraid. They were afraid of us. They're not afraid of me. They're afraid of you because they don't want you to see those signs. Because if you see those signs, you'll see signs of hope. When you see the signs of my opponent, they're all signs of the Confederate rule. They're the same pillars because all of them supported the Confederate white supremacy slave monuments. But I didn't. So when you see my signs, you will see something great and exciting about to happen in the minority community. Listen, the white community, they're going to be okay. They're millionaires. So they don't want you to see my sign because they don't want you to know there is hope. There is hope. So when you go to the polls, don't worry about the signs you see. Worry about the person who's going to represent you. I promise you, you will never be disappointed. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. In Patterson, New Jersey, when I warned them not to vote for these people, same kind of people here, incompetent, unqualified, they told me, you know what, Sirrano? If you vote, if you win, and we did a survey, and the survey went 6 people, and I was number 6. 78% of the votes went to me because they knew that if anybody would stand for their rights and their money and their finances and release the vault to the minority community, it would be me. So please go out and vote and do not stay home. This is not the time to stay home. This is not the year to stay home. This is Sirrano. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.